Hello and welcome to today's video where I am going to be doing the Bookish Love Tag that was created by Julia over at Novel Noise, and I was also tagged by her as well. So an exciting way to start off this tag, I get to pick my 3 book boyfriends, and these were the thirst is real. These are the first people that came to mind, and I kind of see a connecting factor in all of them. Book boyfriend number 1 is Jem Carstairs from the Infernal Devices series. I love that series, and yes, I am more of a Jem fan than I am a Will Herondale fan, and there's no shame. No shame. Jem is just so sweet and so caring and still fierce and fiercely loyal and fierce combat-wise and really wants to do anything to make anyone happy. Book boyfriend number 2 is Liam from The Darkest Minds. He's so sweet, and I love when he says darling, and very reliable and dependable, just a good old southern boy. Book boyfriend number 3 is Gilbert Blythe from the Anne of Green Gables series. I love Gil. He's so perfect and I want him in my life. How do I describe Gil? Gil is dependable, loyal, smart, funny. I love Gil and Anne's relationship, and I think it is perfect and wonderful, and I want myself a Gilbert Blythe. I now also get to talk about my top 3 OTPs, so let's begin with that. Probably, I think my number 1 OTP has to be Poe and Katza from the Graceling series. It was one of the first books that my heart broke when Katza's broke, and I laughed out loud, and I love their relationship. I think they go perfectly together, and I love Poe and Katza forever and always. My number 2 OTP is Ellie and Will from the Angel Fire series. He is just so loyal and dependable, and why is that a common theme throughout all of this so far? Very fierce, again, oh my god, there's a theme here, people. There's a theme. I just love the dynamic that Will and Ellie have, and they're able to bring each other out of their dark places and to bring them happiness, and they're always constantly thinking of the other person, and I love them together, and if they weren't together, I would cry. And my last OTP is Levi and Kath from Fangirl, and I love them just because they're so different in a sense. She's very, very introverted, and he's a little bit extroverted more than she is. He brings her out of her shell. I did squeal from happiness because they are just adorable. That is their relationship in a single word: adorable. And now I get to discuss my favorite first kiss, and there's not a lot of first kisses that stand out in my mind. But the first one that immediately popped in was Juliet and Warner. That kiss was one hell of a first kiss, and I really like them together, and I love the whole switcheroo in the main love interest in that series, and I think that is fantastic, and that kiss. So then what characters have the greatest sexual tension? And for this, I am going to put in Ugly Love by Colleen Hoover. Miles and Tate are the perfect I shouldn't love you but I really want to type relationship, and that makes it really angsty, and then their sexual encounters together just make everything just one big ball of tension, and you just need to like explode and say, just get together already, but in a good way, not in a frustrating way. On Valentine's Day, which couple is most likely to go on a romantic dinner date? And for this one, I'm going to say Edward and Bella, because one of the first dates was already doing that, so keep the tradition alive, people. On Valentine's Day, this couple would most likely go for a quiet picnic or a walk on the beach, something like that, and I'm not sure if they would actually do it, but I picked Scarlet and Wolf just because I couldn't get the imagery of Scarlet, like Little Red Riding Hood, taking a picnic basket. grandmother's house. I couldn't stop picturing it and it was making me laugh, so I put Wolf and Scarlet. But I do think that they could do that on Valentine's Day. This couple would be most likely to just stay inside and watch some Netflix. And for this, I chose Jace and Clary because their life is complete chaos most of the time, and so I think they would really treasure just time sitting down with one another and just being with each other, not necessarily having to do anything. On Valentine's Day, this couple would most likely go dancing. And for this, I picked Rowan and Selena. They're not a couple, but I totally ship Rowan and Selena, and I hope that they're a couple, even though I know they probably won't. But I definitely think that they would go to a club and just go dancing and have fun. You know, even if they're not romantically involved, they could go as a best friend date, right? Alright, the last two questions are going to be a little controversial, but here we go. So question number 9 is, what couple do you want to get together? And that for me is going to have to be Sansa and Sandor Clegane, or the Hound from the Game of Thrones series. I know it's weird, but they have a total like Beauty and the Beast thing going on together. The thing that would really creep me out about that relationship is their age difference. Like, sometimes I forget about it because in the series Sansa looks a lot older than what she is in the book. It wouldn't creep me out as much in the series, but in the book I kind of forget that Sansa still is really young, and that would kind of weird me out in a bit. Alright, and here's how things would work out in my head. So the Hound would eventually find Arya, and Arya can keep doing whatever she wants, but Sansa is so grateful, and I mean, the Hound and Sansa bring out like the best in each other, I think. But anyways, back to the story. So Sansa is so grateful, and they get to know each other more, and they love each other. Then Sansa and the Hound would take back Winterfell, and they would live happily ever after as Lord and Lady of Winterfell, and no one would ever take Winterfell away again, because who wants to mess with the Hound? The end. And then question number 10, what couple do you hate that everyone else loves? I hate with a fiery passion Karoo and Takiva from the Daughter of Smoke and Bones series. I hate the whole insta-love thing. I just don't like them both morally as people, and so putting them together, I don't like them. I'm so sorry for the last two questions, but those are my feels. That is it for the tag, and I'm going to tag 3 people. Those people are Cassidy Von Shea, Lizzie from Lizzie and Her Books, and Sarah from Sarah Sunbeams. So those are who I tag. Please comment down below and let me know what you think, and especially my last 2 questions. Yeah, those. So until next time, bye! Unusual video for my channel. I need your guys' help. I decided in the beginning of the year, I didn't make a video about it, but I did have 2 reading resolutions.